I'm back again for another video. So I'm gonna put you in another scenario, right? So let's say one day in the future, we have a one of these countries shoot us with a nuke. What you gonna do? I'm talking about the unprepared people who are not prepared for it. I'm not worried for the purpose. Me and other preppers in the community, I ain't worried about them because we train for this stuff. But worry about the unprepared people. Maybe some of them will band together, but the majority of them, they're not gonna do that. And those who band together, how they gonna find food? How they gonna get water? How they gonna purify the water? You have to think about those things, okay? How you gonna get fresh food, clean water, um, medicine? Because it's gonna be hard to get medicine and shit hit the fan. It's gonna be hard to get first aid kits. Or if you build your own one, it's gonna get harder and harder and harder. Yes, it's going to be looters and rioters rioting in the streets, but most of them ain't gonna make it. They're gonna die off starvation and hydration. I mean dehydration. What happens? They call it little government. What happens when the unprepared people rely on the government and the government not coming to help them? What happens then? What happens when they call on FEMA and FEMA not coming to help them? Talking about the unprepared people. What happens when the military don't come to help the unprepared people? What happens then? See, people not thinking about this. Even though this is not a real scenario, but it could be in the near future. I'm just trying to get people prepared for it. You can train for it over and over again. You can do something new. And I don't have a problem with that. I do it too. But what happens that, they come to our house, we will fight them off. We have a lot of bullets and we have a lot of guns and we defend them all. Now they retreating. Now most of them, they got shot. They all dead. Now it's only about what, 15, 20 of them left? So we kill about what, 1,000 of them already? I'm just saying, I'll just put it out there. It's not a real scenario yet. They're in the near future. And they're retreating. What happens when they trying to recruit people and everybody dead? Everybody in the world dead. Everybody except us. But if you want to keep you and your family safe, fortify your home. Okay, when I say fortify your home, I'm talking about take some take some boards. I ain't saying about I ain't saying about 2x4s. But you can use them too. You use some boards, put them on your windows and doors. Then you can use it to and nail it up, so nobody can come in. Okay. And the second thing you want to do is seal off your house. Okay. A lot of people not thinking about that. So this is another scenario I was thinking about last night. And you know what? This is a perfect time to talk about it. Even though it's not a real scenario. But maybe in the near future it will. You know? So last night I had watched this movie called The Last House. It's on Netflix. Now I like the movie now, don't get me wrong. Some parts that I didn't like. But the part I did like is the prepping aspect of it. How they was rushing on food all. They was rushing food. And they was growing garden inside the house. They was like taking something and they get the floors up. And they was growing garden on the floor, then the garden was flourishing. Then almost at the end, the middle of the end, the garden failed. It turned to dust. So even though you have a garden, for one day that garden might fail. I'm not, I'm not saying, I'm saying if something bad happens in the near future, that may cause your garden to turn to dust. It's not a real scenario, but it might be in the near future. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the click that bell, and 2 is 1 and 1 is 9. I will see you in another video.